The owner sprayed urine all over the thieves, then he pulled out a knife. These thieves had succeeded many times before, but today, they nearly died. To their surprise, the owner suddenly cut the ropes tying them up, so they fought back. But shockingly, the owner really did let them go. He just got in his car and drove away. They were stunned. How could he let them go so easily? There was no time to dwell on it. Their top priority now was to escape. But to their dismay, the estate was massive. They walked for what felt like forever without finding an exit. Then, they saw a group of people in the distance, surrounded by hunting dogs. It looked like a search party. That's when they realized the truth. The urine wasn't for humiliation. It was to help the dogs track their scent. They were being hunted, like prey. They had no chance of outrunning the hounds. Thankfully, a river lay ahead. Without thinking, they jumped in. Just as they hit the water, the dogs swarmed the riverbank. The thieves swam desperately to the other side. The hunters, however, weren't in a rush. They stopped by the river, enjoying the thrill of holding someone's life in their hands. Seeing no one coming after them, the thieves cursed in frustration and moved on. They kept walking, reaching a field covered in tall grass. Just a bit farther, and they'd be out of the estate. But then, one man's wooden stick suddenly snapped. He picked it up and saw what caused it. A bear trap. Getting caught in one of these could mean losing a hand or a leg, or worse, your life. Terrified, he tossed it aside. They soon realized the entire field was littered with traps. They had stumbled into the hunter's setup, and just then, the hunters caught up to them. The group had no choice but to run again. Soon, they reached the estate's edge, a tall brick wall. Frantically, they started climbing. The dogs were getting closer by the second. One by one, they made it up. But Jack, he slipped and fell, right onto a trap. The pain was excruciating. He screamed in agony. The others jumped down to help him. Two of them forced the trap open, prying Jack free. Then they helped him up the wall again. After getting a third person over, Kane was left behind. The dogs reached him just as he climbed halfway. One latched onto his ankle, then others clamped onto his leg. They dragged him down. Kane was buried under a mass of snarling hounds. With one final scream, the group lost their best friend. Soon after, Kane's body was taken back. The hunters celebrated their trophy. Drinking with joy, the lady of the house smeared Kane's blood on her son's face. His first hunt. It was family tradition. They believed the blood of prey made them stronger. Meanwhile, the butler, tracking the remaining three, spotted a woman lying on the ground. He quickly stopped the car and rushed over. She looked like she'd been abandoned, passed out from exhaustion. He moved her body, about to speak.
What happened to you, my lovely? Boom.
But it was a trap. The three had staged it to avenge their fallen brother. They ambushed the butler, beat him up, and made a run for it. But after running for a long while, they heard the dogs again. The hunters always seemed to find them. Jack looked down at his injured leg. The blood must be attracting them, so he suggested they split up. He would lead the dogs away, and they'd regroup later at a nearby farm. Jack made it to the river to wash the wound and hide the scent. But it wasn't long before the hunters caught up again.